Hello dear student, this is video number 7, ongoing chapter number 11, class history. Now today in the earlier 6 video we have discussed the to modernization, especially in the reference to the Japan. Now today we have talking about to China. दो हमारे ये जो चैप्टर है बीटा 11 दो पार्ट में डिवाइड है. फर्स्ट हाफ ऑफ पार्ट वी डिस्कस टू जापान द पाथ ऑफ मॉडर्नाइजेशन टू रोड ऑफ द मॉडर्नाइजेशन टू अचीव इन द स्पेशली इन द जापान. नाउ वी हैव डिस्कस चाइना. सो द चाइना की पहले बेटा हम यहाँ पे दो बातें ध्यान होगी, एक है चाइना, एक है ताइवान. सो ताइवान है द रिपब्लिक ऑफ चाइना, वी नोन हैज ताइवान, एंड द पीपल्स रिपब्लिक ऑफ चाइना ऑन द मेन लैंड, जो उसकी मुख्य भूमि है बेटा, वी नोन हैज चाइना. So the questions is how the region's sovereignty and the foreign occupations and brings about the equalities and the development. So three approach to the China's. There is the three major parts of this. First, Kang Yohui and Liang Quacho. Kang Yohui or Liang Quachos, that is use the traditional ideas to new and the different ways to meet the challenges posed by the West, that means Western countries. Second, Republican revolutionaries such as Sun Yatsen, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है बेटा चाइना का. अगर आप फ्रीडम स्ट्रगल पढ़ेंगे, चाइनीज़ रिवोल्यूशंस पढ़ते हैं, तो सन यासेन इज़ द मेजर पर्सन. इंस्पिरेशंस, अब देखिए ये इंस्पायर्ड किससे थे? इंस्पायर्ड बाय द आइडियाज फ्रॉम द जापान एंड द वेस्ट. And third is the CCP. The full form of CCP is the Communist Party of China, to end its old inequalities and drive out to the foreigners. So encounter with the West. अब देखिए सबसे पहले we have discussed कि how to China create, how to China oppose, especially reference to West countries, Westernizations, you all know Western countries. First encounter of the China with the West in the 16th and 17th century. पहली बार बेटा इनका जो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट हुआ in a not a friendly contract. So with the 17 and the 16, around the 17th and 16th century, Jesuit missionaries introduced the Western science such as astronomy and the mathematics. British used the force to explain its lucrative trades in opium, leading in the first Opium War in 1839 to 40. Opium War. This to understand the ruling Yang dynasty. Qiang dynasty's strength demands for the reform and the changes the opium trade. British brought the tea, silk and proclaim etc. from the China. ये ब्रिटिश लेके आए थे बेटा चाइना के अंदर. So Western goods did not find a market in the China especially, so the payment had to be in the silver. So चांदी के रूप में बेटा सिल्वर हो रहा था. So this is the created the serious balance of the trades, the problem, the face the problems especially. So the East India Company found the new option. What is the option? Option is opium which grew in India. प्याज, ठीक है, जो इंडिया में उस समय बेटा पैदा किया जा रहा था, यहाँ पे उगाया जा रहा था. दिस शुड द ओपियम इन द चाइना एंड रिगेन द सिल्वर्स आल्सो, कि वहाँ से हम चाइना को ओपियम सोल्व करेंगे और सिल्वर को गेन करेंगे. सो आइडियाज ऑफ कियांग रिफॉर्म सच एज द किंग योई एंड लियांग क्वाचो initiated politics to build the modern administrative systems. The new army and a new education system has been introduced in the China's earlier. So now the set up the local assemblies to establish the constitutional government, especially the constitutional government has been the set up on there. And they saw the need of the protect China from the colonization, that when the one country rule another country, and not particularly all the resources they used, the politically administrative decision taken by the other countries. Now before the 1947 India is the colony, also the Britain, that the condition is the colonizations and the partition of the Pauline's company rule in the India influenced Chinese thinkers also. So much of that by the late 1890s, it came to use to the verb to Poland us and abolish war. So Liang Quacho criticized the Indians to being the crueler to their own the peoples and subservient by to the British. Influence of the Confucianism developed from the teaching is Confucius. वहाँ के बहुत बड़े थिंकर्स थे बेटा चाइना के, ठीक है, और जो उनका आइडियोलॉजी था कन्फ्यूशियस की आइडियोलॉजी इज नोन एज कन्फ्यूशिज्म. देखिए, and the time period of Confucius is 551 to 479 BC. It's the reverse time period. According is Confucius similar almost to Mahatma Buddha and Mahavir Swami. So at the time India is the emerge around the 6th century BC is the major turning point. At the time is the new thinkers of developing all around the world. So that is the time period the thinking of the peoples will be the change. So in India, Mahatma Buddha and Mahavir Swami, in Athens and the Greece, the Plato and the Aristotle's in the China, the Confucius is also the main thinkers. Is the teaching. He is the change the ideology. He deliver their message to public, and the public will be the minded and the change their thinking about to the states, about to their policies, about to their thinking about to their rights, their freedoms. So it's the very important role Confucius. Disciplines of the Confucius was concerned with the good conduct, practically wise wisdom, and the proper social relationship with each other. So it influenced the China's attitude towards the life, provide the social standards, and the laid by the basis for the political theories and institutions also. So it was now the seen the major barrier to the new ideas and the institutions in the bring especially the Confucian according to their ideology. Now next point is influence of foreign education in China. China में especially बेटा जो foreign दूसरी countries का जो education का system था, that is very, because when we box in the source based question is the examination system in China is very very hard. So there is the impact of education system also in the very good in especially in the China. So Chinese students were sent to the study in the Japan, Britain, France and bring back new ideas. चाइनीज स्टूडेंट बेटा पढ़ने के लिए बाहर गए, जापान गए, ब्रिटेन गए, फ्रांस गए, एंड देयर दे केम टू द व्हेन अगेन इन द चाइना दे आर ब्रिंग विथ सम न्यू आइडियाज विथ देयर. So they did not the brought back new ideas, but the many become the leading republicans. Also they made the republicans. The Chinese borrowed even the Japanese translations of Europe's words such as the justice, rights and the revolutions. They convert in their own the interest. So in the 1905, the centuries old the Chinese examination system had give the candidate. That is the very important point. You underline this point. In the 1905, the centuries the old Chinese examination system that gave the candidate entry into the elite ruling class was abolished. बिल्कुल बंद कर दिया गया बेटा, abolish किया गया. Now the establishment of Republic 1911 and Nationalist Republican revolutions of 1911 and 12. Sun Yatsen, that is the important person. He is the major revolutionaries in especially in the China's. The time period of Sun Yatsen is 1866 to 1925. Was the leader of revolutions in 1911 and 1912. तो बेटा चाइना के अंदर जो रिवोल्यूशन हुआ, जो क्रांति हुआ 1911 1912 के अंदर, देयर इज द प्रोवाइड लीडरशिप बाय सन यात सेन. द मंचू एम्पायर वॉज ओवरथ्रोन and the republic established in 1911 under the Sun Yat-sen, and the Sun Yat-sen the ultimately regarding the founder of modern China, we also the considered of as the father of modern China, Sun Yat-sen. He came from the poor family and studies in the missionaries schools where he was introduced for the democracy and Christianities. There is he studies the medicine but was great concern about the fate of China also, and his program was called the three principles, most important topic. Sun Yat-sen given the three principles. What is the major three principles by given the Sun Yat-sen? So that is the three principles. First is nationalism, second is democracy, third is socialism. Nationalism, democracy, socialism given in the three principles by the Sun Yat-sen. What is the meaning of nationalism? Meant overthrowing the foreign Manchus and other foreign imperialists. Democracy established the democratic government in especially in the China's after the Manchus monarchy system destroyed, and socialism regulating the capital and equalizing the land holding. So and now in this video we have stopped this, but the three principle of sannyasa is very key features students: show nationalism, democracy and socialism. Thank you.